Ta-da! Hi! I'm back. It's right there. It's little Jeannie. Subscribe. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing great. I've just been really busy, like I'm sure everybody has. Had my grandson, who's in the Army. He was here on leave. And then my daughter was visiting. Now I'm getting ready to, on the 6th of September, I'm going there to Nevada to visit her. Anyway, this is a very important video that I've been trying to get to for a while now. I wrote a speech. No, I'm kidding. I wrote a little something to maybe, some people probably already know it, but maybe some of you don't. So maybe if I could just help one person, I always say that. If I could just help one person, it'll all be worth it. So, basically, we're going to start out with this. First of all, I'm going to put my spectacles on, okay? So I can see to read. There. Can you see me better? We'll start out with a disclosure. I am not an expert in this subject. I am telling you what I did and how I did it. Take it or leave it. This is my personal experience that worked awesome for me. Okay, let's there. Check mark that page and we know we did that. Oh, actually, look. We can throw that page down because that's all that was on that one. All right. So, I'm about to tell you, and I have to read it, okay, just to make sure I tell you everything in the right order. Hopefully, even reading this, who knows? Anyway, it is what it is. But I'm going to tell you about how I paid off, and yes, off all the way, my car loan with this method, as well as I have 2 sheds, and my larger one I actually made payments on, just like a house or a car. And now I have the title to it, but I paid it off early doing this also. And I haven't paid my mortgage off, but I have, I looked this up the other day, and this is only by paying, because I'm weirdo, and 14 is my lucky number, because my birthday is November 14th. So I pay, because I can't afford to pay a whole lot extra a month, or I would, but, so I pay $14 an extra a month. Although there's a little bit more than just paying extra, though, and we're going to get to that. But, and just by doing that, and I've just been doing that for, what, a couple of years maybe? I wish I would have done it the whole time, because I bought my house in 2014, but, my interest rate's 5%, 30-year loan. The loan started February 1st of 2015. The payoff date is January 1st of 2045. Okay? Now, that was the original payoff date, mind you. And of course, loan types, fixed rate. I wouldn't get anything but a fixed rate, because you already have to worry about your payment going up because of taxes, maybe insurance, different things. So I want as much as possible in my control, so you get a fixed rate for your interest, okay? Now, right here, this says extra payments and savings, $1,990.68. That's all. But it's estimated months reduced, 23 months. Just by paying that small amount. Can you imagine, like, if somebody paid $50, a month? But so now my new estimated payoff date is February 1st of 2043. So remember, originally it was January of 2045. And like I said, no, does that sound like a whole lot? But like I said, I've only been doing this for a couple of years, and it's only $14 a month. So, but still, that should show you right there that it's worth doing, even if. But the point of that basically is, I mean, even if you just pay $10 a month, okay, something, anything, everybody can manage to pay a little bit extra. You know, don't get the Starbucks, you know, a couple days that month or something. Anyway, so back to the notes. First of all, what you need to do, you need to find out if your lender charges a prepayment penalty, because some of them do. And then if it turns out that which again, just like I would never get any kind of a loan that did not have a fixed rate on my interest rate. I would not sign on a loan that had a prepayment penalty, because if I want to pay it off early, I won't be able to do that, because I'm going to save a lot of money. They don't like you to do that, because that's the interest that you're paying. That's where they make a lot of money. And so they don't want you to pay that interest off early, because they don't want to lose that money, okay? Because they're in the business to make money. So do that first, because if you don't know or you're not sure, you know, all you do is call your lender and say, hey, do I have a prepayment penalty fee? All right. So then, hopefully you don't. But if you do, then that's when you're just going to sit down and do the math and decide if is it worth it. But you know, by the time you would pay whatever you would pay in the fee, can you still save money in the long run, though, still, by paying it off early? So yeah, that would be your next step. Do the math and decide what you want to do then. So all right. I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes. Well, and I already told you that, yeah, it was because the loser. I did not say loser. I mean, I did say loser, but that's not what I meant. I meant the loan people don't want to lose. They don't want to lose that money. Oh dear. Okay. Let's try to stick to what we're trying to say here. Make sure it does not have an early payoff. Okay. Sorry. See, I was getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of the notes is what I'm doing. Okay. Sorry. All right. So, no. So just like here, talking about how if you ever get any new loans, make sure they have a fixed rate. Yes, we already went over that. Also, in your loan contracts, always read the fine print, because they can sneak things in there, okay, that if you don't pay attention, you won't even realize, you won't even realize that they've got things like prepayment penalties or, whatever in there. So read all the fine print and ask questions and make sure you know what you're signing. So, okay, so you need to do the math, blah, blah, blah. I already said that. I don't know. Is that a good thing that at least, I mean, I guess I know what I'm saying. Okay, so look, now we can do that. I love doing that. Then, now, so they won't tell you this, but I will. That to be paid off faster, if you get that crazy interest rate down charge that they charge you, like I was talking about, for them giving you the said loan, you know, because you always, for them to give you the loan, you know, they're charging you that interest rate, and that's how that's why they're doing it, because they can make that extra money. Because I mean, it wouldn't do them much good if they just like, okay, well, here, I'm gonna loan you this $10,000, then you go ahead and you make payments and just, you know, pay me every month until you get that $10,000 off. No, they're going to add to it. They're going to add the interest rate and pile on more money than what your loan actually comes to. Anyway, so don't you hate it when you can't read your own notes? Okay, yeah. So here's what you do. Either call them. Okay, yes, to make this extra payment, and it's not just an extra payment, because you might be saying, "Well, I do make an extra payment." Okay, well, that's great, but unless you are specifically saying, you got to tell them, because if you don't tell them, they won't do it. You have to say, I want this extra portion of money right here needs to go towards the principal, okay, not the interest, because you're defeating the purpose if you throw it at the interest. You want to pay off the interest, and that in itself will chip away at the interest that you're paying, if that makes sense. Just trust me, okay? But so to do that, you can call them on the phone and just say, hey, I'm wanting to make this extra this extra payment on my interest. I mean, no, don't say that, on my principal. Or the way I do it is well, actually right now I have it set up where, because my mortgage payment comes out automatically every month. I've never been late and never missed a payment because I've got it set up automatically, and I don't even have to think about it. And so for a while now, I've had it where it automatically, because I could just go in there and switch it around. If I ever want to stop it, I can just go in online, and take it off and say, I don't want to pay that extra anymore on the, I keep wanting to say the interest on the, yeah. Okay. Principal. No, we're not doing this over. So no. Get it together, Donna, because we're not doing this again. It's taking me too long to get around to doing it, so we're not doing it again. Okay, so so I have it where it automatically is just every month when my house payment, mortgage payment comes out, that extra principal is just right there, getting paid too. No thinking needed. Or if you never know from month to month what you might want to pay that month on the extra principal, then you can either, like I said, call them each month and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Or you can go in, online. I've got mine right there on my phone, and it's easy peasy. And I can just adjust like if one month I had like more money, then I can just put, well, this month we're going to pay 100 towards that principal, which that would be awesome. Okay. So it's not difficult at all. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, you got to make sure it goes towards the principal, and that will pay down that interest amount. And that is how you pay the loan off faster, by paying extra on the principal so that that gets rid of the interest faster. And they're not going to tell you about it, okay? They don't want you to do that. Okay, and like I said, even $10 a month, you know. I mean, obviously, the more the better and the faster, because, you know, but you can do what you can only do what you can do. Okay, now, we're almost to the finish line. Basically, knowledge is power. That's what I've always believed. So right here is a little example. So let's say, which I already gave you one of my personal, you know, situation where I only pay $14 a month extra. Right here it says, if you pay $100 extra each month towards principal, you can cut your loan term by more than 4.5 years and reduce the amount of the interest paid by more than, listen to this, more than $26,500, and increase your equity faster, which is beneficial if you need to refinance or if you plan to use home equity loans or lines of credit. So basically, by paying down your principal, you are automatically lowering the amount of interest you end up paying. Okay? You're welcome. All right. So let me know. Let me know if you're already doing that. And like I said, it's not just your house that you can, you know, your mortgage, car loans, any loan basically that you pay interest on, then look into doing this and get that sucker paid off. And you're still gonna. Some people worry that, oh, well, I don't want to pay it off early because it won't build my credit. Yes, it will, because it's not like we're not saying you're gonna pay it off like that. You know, it's still gonna take some time. So you're still building your credit. All right, trust me. All right, now, so guys, wrong page. Next, basically, this is about the giveaway because that's what this is really about. Okay, but I didn't want to just go on here and be like, okay, this is the giveaway. This is where we're doing it. I wanted to see if I could help someone, teach somebody something, or, you know, that's just who I am. That's what I like to do. I like to help people. But anyway, so this giveaway, this is my way of saying thank you for subscribing. And those you two people who watch my videos, thank you. And first of all, I want to say, the person who leaves the most comments will get a shout out. And I will literally go in there myself and count who did the most, because I wanted to do the contest of giveaway I wanted whoever put the most comments to win, but I couldn't decide how to do that because I am using, and I know it can be done, I just, you know, so I'm doing I'm using, it's a website called Pick a Winner. I will video it so you can see as I do it, so you can, you know, because I don't want anybody to think it wasn't on the up and up. But I will tell you this, I mean, anybody, I don't care if it's which is not going to be my mom, because my mom's in heaven, but I don't care if it's my mom, my brother, you know, my dog, I don't care. My best friend, another YouTube video friend. That's not how I meant to say that, but you know what I mean. Anybody, if you are subscribed to my channel and you watch my videos, you care enough to go on here and participate in my giveaway, then you've got a chance of winning. It's going to be on the up and up, and it's going to be fair. Okay? So just putting that out there ahead of time, just in case, because I don't know who the winner. I have no control over. The website will pick. But I don't want to hear, because I've seen comments before on other people's that, oh, it's always the other influencers that win. You know, no, I don't want to hear whatever it is. Okay? Okay? Because I'm the boss here. I mean, I am, but I know. So, that being said, by the way, I would like to thank Donna from Nana's Halls and More, known as Halls and More, because I could not remember how in the heck or what the website was that helped me pick a winner before. And she reminded me that, and she even sent me the link. It's pickawinner.com. So thank you. All right, but we got to have some rules, because you know how that goes. You've got to have rules, or you have monarchy. So, first of all, you got to press like on my video, okay? And then every other video that I've ever made, you have to go like all them, watch them. No, I'm kidding. I mean, that'd be cool if you did, but that's not part of this. You have to be 18 or over, okay? Just because I don't. Just because. I want it to be all up and up and legal and everything, and I don't want somebody's parents coming up and saying, hey, he's just a kid, he can't win that, or she. So yeah, gotta be 18 or over. You have to be subscribed to my channel, and you have to be publicly subscribed, which that means that I can go on there and anybody else can go on and look. If you know how to do it, it's not hard. We can see, you know, that you are actually subscribed to my channel. Okay? I mean, after all, this is kind of what it's all about. Okay? Then you have to stay subscribed for the rest of your life. I love saying that. Seriously, though, you do. And you gotta watch my videos. Okay, let's see. What am I missing? If by chance, which I don't know, I don't know that much about this, but I'm just putting it out there. If somebody from Timbuktu happens to win and y'all charge import taxes or whatever extra, you're paying for that. I will pay for the shipping. But I'm sorry, I'm just a po little lady. So, yeah. Just putting that out there. And because I don't want to say that, well, if you don't live in the United States, you can't win. I'm not doing that, because one of my favorite subscribers, and she has her own channel, Dest. She lives, I think, in the UK. Yeah. So I don't want to say, you can't win. I'm not doing it. So yeah, you gotta follow you got to follow. I have the contest, but I don't know. It's not really a Is it a contest? Contest, giveaway, whatever you want to call it. Now, here's it. Oh, I didn't even think this one. So I guess what are we doing? We're gonna say a word. Okay, yes. You have to, in your comments, or you can just say the word, I don't care. I'd prefer sneak the word in there in a little sentence. How about that? You know what we're going to do? The dog. Which I have 2 dogs, but we're going to go by Whiskey. If you watch my channel, you know who Whiskey is. Just, that's the code word, whiskey. Has to be spelled right though. It's WHISKY. It's not the alcohol. It's not the alcohol. Whiskey. She's a dog. And just make some kind of a sentence or whatever about whiskey. Okay? Alright, so did everybody get that? Does that make sense? I certainly hope so. As always, I feel like it was going to say something else. We read all the notes, though. I better set this aside so I don't forget what the code word is. I don't know how I would, because she's over there. Bree's right here. Can you say hi? Here, we'll let you say hi since we're not using your name. See? You do Bree. Oh, say hi. I'm going to take these off now, because I don't like wearing glasses. They're uncomfortable. But yeah, here's the... And if you want to see everything that's in here, which I did, I threw a couple extra things in here, but you'll have to go and watch the video that... See, this is... You'll have to go watch the video where I showed you one by one what was in here. Oh. So... Let's see. What's today? What is today? Alexa. What's the date today?
It's Sunday, August 31st.
Oh. Well, it's not even September yet. I thought it was so tomorrow's September.
Grandma.
Huh? Hi.
I'll be back.
Alright, be careful.
Nah. I won't make you get up and lock the door behind me. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Ah! No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just fine. Shh. Shh. Whiskey. Oh my God, my guard dog. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, make sure. Well, especially, I mean, at night I did anyway, but still, it's like, I don't know if you saw it happen. I think I did a video on it. I didn't really do a video. I didn't do a video for YouTube on it, but I shared one that I did for Facebook. Just, yeah, with this guy, I did not know. He was running from the police. And this one of my daughter was here, and actually we was getting ready. She was going to highlight my hair. Didn't get that done. But, he walked in. At first I thought it was my grandson, Devin, the one who just took off, but it wasn't, and it was very scary. So yeah, he just came right on in, and then he tried to, I was standing there talking to him, he wasn't making sense, just kept repeating himself and saying stuff, and then he started to walk on in. I was in the kitchen, I was like, stop, don't come any further. And so then I decided I thought, okay, I'm gonna call. Actually, I stood there and just thought to myself, do I go right in there to my bedroom and get my gun, or do I go in here and call 911? I decided to just call 911, and I'm glad that I did, because I came in the living room real quick to call. I was going to get right back out there because my daughter was out there with him, but they asked me to stay on the line, or they wanted me to stay where I was, because they didn't want to clue him in that I had called them. But like I said, they were looking for him already. So they were here like that, thank goodness. But because once I gave them the description of him, they're like, yep, we're looking for him. Like, well, I got him. But meanwhile, while I'm in the living room, waiting on them to pull up, I guess as they pulled up, the dude, because he was like in the breezeway, my daughter said that he acted like he was falling. He fell into the, I would have liked to have seen that. She said he acted like he fell into the house, into the kitchen, and then, which he ended up, I didn't even realize he was bleeding, but I guess he touched my white cabinet in the kitchen, and got blood on that, and then, but he my island in the kitchen was right there, and so I guess what he did was he thought he was being slick, pulled up the stool, and sat down at the island, and then he'd taken his hat off and set it on the corner of the island. See, and I didn't even know any of this had happened until the police were like trying to take pictures, and my daughter's like, well, yeah, he's had his hat right here on the corner of the island. And I'm like, what? How did he do that? I didn't know he was even in the kitchen. And then the policeman pointed out the blood there, and I'm like, okay, what did I miss? Because I just didn't even have a clue that he had, because I had told him not to come into the kitchen. So yeah. But so my daughter said, Jenna said that I get what it was, because he could see at the windows. He saw the police, and I mean, it was air police in Muncie, I think, 'cause my whole driveway was just full of police cars. He saw them pulling up, and so that's what made him do that. And so he was sitting there, and that's probably why he took the hat off, because he thought they might recognize the hat, maybe. But when the police came in, he said that, oh, I'm not who you're looking for. It's not me. I didn't do anything. And so he thought he would just sit there at my island, acting like, I belong here. It didn't work. It did not work for him. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, I'm, even during the daytime, I don't care who's here, that door stays locked, because that scared me. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna let y'all go, okay? Oh yeah, okay. The whole idea why I wanted to know what the date was so tomorrow's the 1st. I leave on the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 days. I leave on this day. So we need to do this within these 5 days right here tomorrow. So I'm gonna 1, 2. What do you think? Should we do it on this? Yeah. How about the 2nd? September 2nd. 2. As in me and you. That's a good number. September 2nd at, let's say between 4 and 7 p.m. I don't want to like tie myself down to any, particular time, but that's when I will do the drawing, or whatever you want to call it. That's when I'm going to pick the winner, okay? And like I said, and then I'll show the video showing the winner, and then from there, my email. Whoever wins, send me an email, because I'm going to need your address. Which you can look right on my page and see my email, but if you don't know it, it's or if you can't find it, it's alwayskissgoodnight14@gmail.com. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope this all made sense, because I'm not doing it again. But try it out. I mean, you know what? Give it a year. Give it a year and see what happens. Pay as much as you possibly can towards that principle. Thank me later, okay? Okay. Have a good night. Get up here and push the button. There it is.